All right, here we are. It is January 30th, 2021. We're at the end of the year here. And it's time to talk about my top 50 songs of 2021. Now, I will admit, I have not been listening to as much music as I've wanted to. Just been a lot of stuff going on. It's basically kept my mind busy, trying to actually do stuff online, plus figuring out my life and all that stuff. Kind of made it hard for me to want to listen to new music all the time. Kind of just stuck to my comfort zone because that's what I was really used to, and it's what I kind of could rely on. So I did listen to quite a bit of music though, still. Although there's probably some artists and records out there that probably would have changed this list dramatically. Um, I don't think my top spots would have changed though. Having said that, so I don't know if that would matter too much, but in terms of like the mixed bag of just all the stuff in between, that's pretty much yeah. That probably would have changed. But we hear best songs of 2021, alright? I am excited to talk about them. It was kind of hard narrowing down to the 50. Not very hard though. Um Listing them afterwards was a mess, and the top three were really were really hard to kind of feel which were going to be number one, because any of them could have been the number one song of the year, but it wasn't. But anywho, I think I'm just gonna get started with this here. I don't want to get the people waiting too long. I do want to post this onto YouTube. That is kind of what I want to do. So I'm going to try to do that. So let's see here. Let me go here. Best songs of 2021. And we're going to start off at number 50. And that being at number 50 spot is Swedish House Mafia, It Gets Better. Legends. Swedish House Mafia came back. This is the only song I heard from them this year, but it was an absolute banger. Absolutely loved it from beginning to finish. It's got a nice beat transition and the different parts of it. The song structure is nice. Just a nice grooving beat and beats throughout. Really, it's a good comeback for them, and I wonder if they're gonna continue going in this direction further down the road. Number 49, we actually had an interesting one. Person's name is Soccer Mommy with the song Romcom 2004. Now, I had heard of Soccer Mommy before. They're most like an indie rock, indie pop group. Um, that really wasn't anything too special, but I did kind of like who they were and what they did. And this song kind of like sees them going to like this experimental direction, a teeny bit with their production a little bit. And it sounds pretty cool. I have to give it props for it. And it's still nice and luscious. It's still very pretty. It's probably the best Soccer Mommy song released yet. And I'm actually kind of excited to see what this group decides to do down the road. Very odd single art here for it. But you know what? Hey, that's not what I'm judging things on here. So it's fine. Number 48, we have Freddie Gibbs, Winter in America. This was just such an interesting and such a nice surprise to hear from Freddie Gibbs. Freddie is definitely known for being one of the best rappers of this generation for sure. I mean, you can't really deny the man the credit that he deserves when it comes to that. He's definitely one of the best out there, and one of the more entertaining rappers too. In that, and probably versatile too, but well, not so much lyrically. But what really surprised me here is he can actually sing pretty damn good, like a lot better than I expected him to be able to. I was kind of shocked when hearing the song, hearing him sing as good as he did, and as beautifully as he did too. He absolutely killed it on this song. Absolutely killed it. Had a pretty good beat to it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Number 47 though, we have Royal Blood with Boilermaker. Now, the album itself was pretty boring. I thought it was easily their most forgettable record yet. Um, and honestly, there's not much on the album to show for it. But I will say this for sure. The song Boilermaker, one of the main singles from the record, definitely is a bop. For sure. Pretty decent riff to it. I like the beat overall. The hook or the chorus of the song is really good. The prediction. The production's pretty nice on it too. That bass definitely sounds pretty nice and thick on it. It's a great song, honestly. It really is. It's the best on this record by far, and it's not even close, honestly. Number 46, we have Kevin Abstract with Snot and Slow Tie with the track Slugger. Kick ass banger of a track. Um, Kevin Abstract kind of proving that he really doesn't need Brockhampton. And no question, once Brockhampton does end up going on hiatus at some point, Kevin Abstract's going to be doing just fine because this sounds like a really, really good Brockhampton song just with Slow Tie and Snot on it. And but Snot, surprisingly, was great on this track. And Slow Tie is really just good at his features, honestly. So no surprise that his feature is really good too here. So overall, just great track by Kevin. Looking forward to see what he does in the future here. Number 45, you have Weezer with Grapes of Wrath. Sorry, it's a little harder to see there on the top, but Weezer really came through with a very, very epic album this year with OK Human. Really, really good record. And Grapes of Wrath, I think, is my personal favorite from it. The song about it is very joyful. The Baroque instrumentation, it's very nice. Um, there's a few songs that could have been on here, honestly, but I think Grapes of Wrath was the one that just inched out just a little bit more. Just a very enjoyable song, great instrumentation. These guys just they killed it. They absolutely killed it with this Baroque style pop. So I hope they do more because it worked beautifully. All right, 44. We have Jimmy Edgar featuring Matty Ox with the song "Pause." This is a very weird combination that I didn't think was gonna work, but it actually worked out really, really well, and I was kind of shocked at how well it ended up churning out. Jamie's production on it is great. He has a very unique style, very unique sound as well. He absolutely just kicks ass in the production department. And having Matt Ox come on here just honestly made sense. Wild production with one of the more wild voices in rap right now, Matt Ox. Great combo, very energetic, very off the wall. Just honestly, I hope these two come together and make more stuff because they kind of nail it with each other. They really really have good chemistry beat wise and vocally too. So I actually enjoy it quite a bit. Next track on here at 43 we have Pon Pink Lunettes. Oh, this song is so groovy, funky and groovy, and just it's just so great. It's such a great rock song. It really is. It's just you can listen to it and just kind of like sway back and forth to it. It's just perfect. I mean, I don't know. It's just a very 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 fun track. I enjoy the hell out of it. I hope you guys did too. Number 42, I tried picking, you know, a cover art that may not get this, taken down or anything, because I'm not really in the mood to try to do that. So, anyways, at 42, Lil Nas X Montero, this song had to be on here. If it's not on your top 50 list of the year, I don't know what you've been doing, but you've been living underneath a very, 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 very deep rock because this song was huge when it came out, and not to mention, it's actually pretty damn good as well. Production on it's great. The beat's good. Lil Nas's voice is actually very nice. The chorus of the song, the hook is very, very, very catchy. Extremely catchy. It just sticks in your head every time you hear it. I mean, the amount of times I would just be randomly walking around and all of a sudden just go, call me what you want, call me when you need, and just do that over and over. It's, yeah. Lil Nas X, man, he's got the music world by the balls, and this is just one of the many songs this year that he did that with. Like it was the year of Lil Nas X, honestly, and this song to me was my personal favorite from him. Next one, haha. Number 41, we have Baby No Money, Bad to the Bone. Again, a very, very fun rap song. Such a nice, bouncy, but thick beat to it. Just so good. And vocally, it's pretty nice. It's very smooth. He's just honestly a very entertaining rapper. He really is. Like, don't sleep on Baby No Money. He's pretty damn decent. And to me, this was the best single he released this year. Anyways, Number 40, we have Cam Cole with the track Fuck You, Motherfucker. Now, this was the closing track to his, I think his sophomore record, if I'm not mistaken, this year. Which, if you don't know Cam Cole, he's a one man band. He plays guitar and drums at the same time. He records that way too. And you honestly wouldn't know it listening to this. It sounds like at least a three-man band on here. It's just insane how good it is. And I gotta tell you, the riff on this is heavy. Is it ever heavier than hell? It is so goddamn good. And like, I just don't even know. Like, I'm still trying to think of how he does it. How he makes an acoustic guitar sound so just heavy as hell. It's actually very impressive. If you haven't checked out Cam Cole yet, you gotta check him out. The shit he can do with just himself is honestly just unbelievable. I can't believe he can actually do it, to be honest with you. So, and it's just a very angry song, very pump up song, very just make you want to just punch holes in your wall every day. I love it. Thank you, Cam Cole, for this record, and thank you for this song. Number 39, Sophie. Sophie was going to be on this list no matter what. If you've been following along with my music streams and all that stuff, um, I, you know that I am a big Sophie fan, and that her death earlier this year, or should I say there, I should say. I think if I remember correctly, I saw an article saying that Sophie wanted to be referred to as they, so I will. Their music was very polarizing in the electronic world, honestly. Just her deconstructed club genre that she did was just so insane. And the beats she was able to pull off from this were just incredible as well. She has some of the best, well, she has maybe my favorite excuse me, production style of any electronic artist out there right now. And this song here showed it to a T. And then, unfortunately, I think it was only a couple days after the song was released. I think when she passed away, very tragically. I'm not if I can't remember correctly, but I'm glad at least this got released beforehand. Great track, great beat, very energetic. Has those very nuancey Sophie sounds that you know it's a Sophie track. You know it's a Sophie produced track when you hear it. I can't really explain it, but yeah, it's just a good song. 2 minutes too, very easy breezy. Can't go wrong. Next, well, let me just hold on. Listen, I get Limp Bizkit. Cringe. I understand that a lot of people cringe at Limp Bizkit. And you know what? I look back and I get it. Because, man, are some of the lyrics on most of those songs just so unbelievably bad. I get it. Okay? It's fair. It's very fair if you don't like Limp Bizkit. But they came back this year much more self-aware about how corny, well, at least corny Fred Durst is with the group, okay? Give him credit for that at the very least. This song absolutely slaps. All right, Dirty Rotten Biscuit with some of the most just dumb lyrics in the entire record absolutely just kills. All right, the riff on it's awesome. The production's great. The hook on this thing is catchy as hell too. Just it is insanely catchy. Like Fred Durst nailed it honestly with it. And structurally the song is great too. It's just such an enjoyable Limp Bizkit song. It's just such an enjoyable song overall because it's kind of goofy, it's kind of ridiculous, but man, does it slap hard. This song absolutely fucking slaps, and I listen to the hell out of this song. Dad vibes, out of style, because it slaps a nerve. All right, that doesn't get slapped enough. Okay, and that's why I just absolutely love this song. It's just so good. It really is. Limp Bizkit, they really kind of came back and showed that they're really not that bad of a band. We people do just rag on quite a bit, but they're really not that bad. So hopefully in the future they make more stuff. And yeah, that's all I can say. 37, we have Yola, Stand for Myself. Just a very powerful anthem of, well, just standing up for yourself. Just kind of like, pretty much just like going for it and all that stuff. I just love it. alternative rock slash country that I wanted to listen to this record, by the way. I didn't, and I kind of regret that. I really regret that. I will listen to it at some point, but the song is great. Love the song. Love the styles that it has. I just can't say or can't really get enough of it. Number 36, we had Shaman's Harvest, Bird Dog. It seems like every time that it becomes album release time for this group, their first single for that record usually just is insanely good. I don't know why that is. It's happened, I think, every year. Oh yeah, not every year, but every time they release an album, I think they have one track that just blows me out of the fucking water, and then the rest of the album maybe not so much. And in this case, it was Bird Dog, a country rock banger that just I don't know. There's just something about it that just again just hits me good. I love the way it starts off and then builds up. Again, the riff's pretty decent. It is a little bit, it is kind of a little bit repetitive. There's not too much differentiating going on throughout the song. Lyrically, it's pretty nice too. I like it. I think Shaman's Harvest they can kill it. They really can. I just kind of wish they did it more often with their albums. So, oh well. Number 35, Young Thug with TikTok. I'm not the biggest Young Thug fan, but this song has just got way too good of a beat for me to ignore. The beat on this thing is great. The keyboard, I think it's keyboard. I think they are synths that he uses in the background, but the bass is really good on it. The drum beat itself is very nice. Young Thug is eating it up on this track. He really is just going all out vocally and lyrically. He is pretty talented. Who are gonna deny him that? How are we gonna deny him that? I should say, because he can produce some really good music, and this is a great song. It really is. It's probably one of my favorite Young Thug songs, if not my favorite. I kind of hope that I can get more into his style in the future. Really. 34 Soul Blind Third Chain. Soul Blind, a uh, grunge slash shoegaze band that I just found out about earlier this year. With this song with that wow. Problem with doing it live is that if I mess up, I can't really cut it. But anyways, I heard these guys earlier this year with this track Third Chain. The riffs are heavy. The song structure is pretty great. The production's pretty nice. The vocals are pretty good as well. This band's honestly gonna be pretty nice. I kind of wish they just stick this route though. They have they kind of veer off into a lighter grunge path that also is just a little bit okay, not that great. But stuff like this that's got a nice heavy chunk to it, a nice heavy hit to it is kind of what I think they should stick to at least personally. So I love it. I hope you guys do too. Number 33. Listen, it's not gonna be at least for me. You're never gonna have a year-end list that doesn't include at least one Cupcake song. All right, and that song this year is Moonwalk. I mean, she's just Cupcake's unreal. All right, she really is. The fucking things that comes out of her mouth is honestly amazing. I don't understand like how she comes up with this stuff, how she can be so raunchy, and yet every time she's raunchy, she somehow makes it sound fresh each time, and because she just always finds a way to come up with new dick bars, really, new sex bars, you name it, she'll come up with new ones just like that. And this song here just it's so good. It really is. She absolutely just killed it on this thing lyrically, flow wise. The beat's great as well too. Such a fun song. Funnier than hell. Honestly, if you're sleeping on Cupcake, you need to stop. You just need to fucking stop because she's great. She's a little bit much sometimes, but fuck, most of her music just slaps way too hard not to be talked about. Mm. And here we are, number 32. Girl underscore. Oh my god. Girl underscore IRL with the track Vice. An artist I heard about this year, actually thanks to Fantano when he was doing his reviewing your own music streams, and the person had put their song in. Not this song, it was a different one that I liked a lot too. And I was kind of intrigued with what other music that this artist could do. and they released Vice later or this year, and I was in love with it. I love the production on it. The beat to it's really good. The breakdown sections on it are really bassy, booming, intimidating, intense. I love it. It's absolutely perfect. Uh, I really can't get enough of it. So yeah, can't really say much more about it. I'm just hoping to hear more good stuff from this artist in the future. Just really, really good. All right, then we have Buckshot here. Listen, I've been kind of getting into this whole what the hell are they called? Oh my god, I just knew the name of them. It's the same group that like Cemetery is a part of all that stuff. Oh, Haunted Mound. Okay, Haunted Mound was the name of it, and I found out about this song couple months ago, and the hook to the song just lived in my head for just like 3 weeks because the hook is so good. This mix of trap and emo and hardcore hip hop, I guess, kind of really. And mostly just emo rap and that just fits so and emo rap and trap, excuse me, just fits so well together. His vocals are pretty nice too, and again, that hook, man, it's just so memorable to me. It's a long hook too. It's not a short hook, and it's just really, really good. I don't know, just great writing all around. Great beat. Got that, like, I'm just gonna call it the Haunted Mound filter, where it has a nice, like, little bit noisiness to it. Not as much as Cemetery's other songs, but we'll get to that later. But Buckshot Over the Hills, great track, love it. Yes, and then next, number 30, we have King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with One. This was like the first rock song this year that really got my attention big time. King Gizzard, no, they were just coming off of that amazing thrash metal record there. Into the Rat's Nest or Infest the Rat's Nest, one or the other, I think it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. Lots of things going on in my head right now. This is a nice psych stoner rocker, really. It's got a nice riff to it. Excuse me, great structuring, decent vocals as well. It's King Gizzard. It really is. King Gizzard just killed it with this track for me. 29, we have a very depressing song, Bad Flower with Family. They released a few tracks this year. They actually released an album too that I just never got to. Again, just really busy mentally for myself and work and stuff. So I never really got to listen to it. But this track here, man, is it can get a person emotional. Even if you don't have these problems that he's talking about in this, it does get emotional. And I just can't help it. Like, I hope the lead singer's okay. I really do. Because he just is so depressed all the time. I just hope to God that he's gonna be okay. But seriously though, I really love how they seem to be taking ideas from A Perfect Circle, but they're not like A Perfect Circle clones or anything like that. But they definitely for sure are taking some of like the guitar guitar work and stuff like that, structuring as well to really just create some powerful stuff, just like A Perfect Circle does. Now, I don't know if a lot of people make that connection, but to me, there's a lot of tracks from this band that just sound like they came, they were very much, oh, what's the word? Influenced, I should say, by A Perfect Circle, and this is one of those songs for sure. But depressing lyrics, but they're delivered very well. The instrumentation is done really good too. The production's nice, gives it a very somber, sad feeling. They killed it with this song. It's a great Bad Flower song, and one you should not miss. You shouldn't miss any of these actually. Here's a song that I knew was gonna be on this list ever since it came out for sure. Josiah featuring Rico Nasty and The Holiday In and Out. Listen, this song is wild. I love it. It's so goddamn good. Josiah is great on this. The Holiday sounds like a cartoon character on this track. It's beautiful. The only problem with this song is that Rico Nasty's verse is just very short. Her part in this is very minimal at best. And I swear to God, if they just gave her a full 40-second like verse on this thing, this probably would have been my top 10 because the beat on this thing is driving. It's great. The intro part of the song is so good as well. It's like the little psycho sounds, the things at the beginning is just perfect. It's so good. It's really good. Like they killed it with this track. Again, if just Rico's verse was a little bit longer, this would have been higher on the list for sure. Number 27, we have we have Dorian Electra, or excuse me, Pussy Riot, excuse me, featuring Dorian Electra with the track Toxic. This song is insane. Song is absolutely insane from beginning to end. Uh, the very the heavily auto-tuned vocals, the very like hyper poppy verse that leads to this absolute insane breakdown in the choruses each time. That Dylan Brady, man, Dylan fucking Brady, he's one hell of a producer. I love what Dylan Brady does. Like he is extremely versatile and talented in what he does in that department. I really just like oh sorry about that. I can't really go wrong with whatever he does when it comes to this kind of stuff. And again, it's and the screaming vocals too in the chorus too really add to it. How they're chopped up too to make it like an instrument of their own. It's a great song. It really is. Number 26. I tried. I got lazy. I didn't feel like typing the whole thing out, so I did extra work to overcome the laziness. Oddly enough. But number 26, we have Exum with Dark Kept Secret. This was a nice surprise to me. I heard this earlier this year. Um, former NFL player here as well. And he's just making some damn good indie pop on this track. Indie pop slash, I guess, almost indie alternative rock as well. But it's just a damn good song. Great chorus to it. He's got great vocals. He just really nailed it with this track, and it stuck with me the entire year. I think this song came out in late January, too. So it just stuck with me. I love it. I love it a lot. Love the hell out of it. Number 25, we have Vola with These Black Claws featuring Shaman. Oh, what a great progressive metalcore song. I love it. I love this track. It's so good. Just the weird synths and stuff that are used on this are pretty cool. I love the rap verse by Shaman. The bridge of this song is killer, heavy. It's got such a nice riff in it. It's just it's so good. It really is. The singing vocals too are pretty good as well too. I love just the instrumentation overall too, especially in the verse parts, which is kind of like a rap beat, I guess. Yeah, it is pretty much a rap beat, but not a typical one by any means. So give this a shot. Really cool song, structured really well as well. Really good as well, I guess is how you're supposed to say that, but love it. Gotta check it out. 24 JPEG Mafia Rebound. JPEG Mafia, I love this guy a lot. He has great music. I've listened to his the record released this year a couple times. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. It's definitely a good record. I don't know if I agree it's as great as people are saying it is. It's still a good record though for sure. And by far my favorite song on it is Rebound. I love this track so much. It's very aggressive. It's in your face. Has such a great nasty beat to it. You know, he's just unbelievable. He's one of the most talented artists out there today. Just the fact that he can mix so well, he can produce, he can rap, he can sing, he can do it all. I mean, JPEG Mafia, man, he's gonna have to be considered now a top rapper. Like at least in the top 100 aspect, has to be in there. He has to be. He's just making music that's just too good at this point, consistently nonetheless, to not be considered to be up there in some of the best of all time. Just simple as that. He's definitely getting up there. Number 23, though, we have Tommy Cash, Suicide Boys, Diplo, and I believe Umru as well did some producing on this song. And man, is it a banger. Holy shit, is this thing a banger from beginning. And I love Tommy Cash's vocals on this thing. They're wild as hell. They are fun. They're cool. I just absolutely love it. The Suicide Boys' verse on this is nice as well. The beat is absolutely banging on this thing. They just, yeah, they just knocked it out of the park with this track. Absolute total banger. A song that I just without would have definitely felt weird not being in this year. I just because this song was definitely a big part of my life when it first came out. I tell you what. Number 22, though, another song that was a big part of my life when it came out. Brockhampton, Buzzcut, featuring Danny Brown. Uh, Danny Brown was just a match made in heaven with these guys. He just killed it. I mean, it really is just Kevin Abstract and him rapping for the most part, but holy shit. Like, it's actually kind of unreal how well those two work together. And just the beat on this thing's insane. Danny Brown's verse is one of my favorite verses of the year. He fucking killed it. Absolutely just annihilated it. I loved everything he did on it. He flowed on the beat so damn well. I love his vocals. They sound so unique, and on this track it just was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Number 21, Vince Staples, Are You With That? This is just such a nice, beautiful, smooth opening track to his most recent record, which really is nice for if you just want to have a good vibe. That album's perfect for that, and this song really kind of brings it out. Great production by Kenny Beats. Kenny Beats is just the man. He really is. Um, Great vocals by Vince. Lyrically, it's great. It flows beautifully. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just such a good vibe. It's great. I love it. Number 20, though, here we go. We have Arca with Ripples. Yeah, this thing's insane. This is an absolutely insane pop track. Some of the most insane breakdown I think I've heard in a while for a pop song, honestly. Just the vocals are insane. The production and the mixing's out of this world, really. It's just a great song. The only problem with it is just so short. I feel like it could have done more. But the fact of the matter is, just with what we have, it's just so insane. I can't help but just absolutely love it. Excuse me there. Number 19, here we are. This, listen, Alice Longue and Alice Glass came together here and delivered upon us a very, very hard hitting banger of a track with this song, Legend. Like, when I heard this, I was kind of blown away because just their attitude that they had in the entire song was very bitchy, but fucking A, was it great. The lyrics on it are very savage there and don't give a flying fuck mode on this song when it comes to the lyrics. They are just going for it. And man, do they go for it big time. They ate this song up, and the beat on this is wild. Very heavy, very hard. I just, man, if they're gonna do more songs together, they gotta try to keep it with this kind of style because this is awesome. This is just plain amazing. And I couldn't get enough of this song this year. Not at all. Here we are though. Zeal and Ardor with Run is at my number 18 spot. I think that this guy is just kind of unreal making the music he does. You know, if you don't know Zeal and Ardor, they are or I think it's just he. I think he actually makes the music, and then there's other members that he tours with. But, you know, he mixes blues and black metal together in such an unbelievable way and just alternative metal too. And this song Run is just such a good representation of his music and he just killed it with this track. Very energetic, very hyper, very like in your face, intense, intimidating. Um it's just great. Zeal and Ardor, hell yes. Keep it up. Their output lately has been awesome. I've been really getting into their stuff much better. So yeah, number 17 though we have Lil Marco with production from Full Attack and Rico Nasty with the song Simp. This song is funny. It is it is wild. It is out there. It is just a Lil Marco song on steroids, really. Rico Nasty's verse on this is fucking great, by the way. She is phenomenal on the mic, and for some reason why she went extremely hard on her verse for this song, and it was just perfect. And Full Tax Production's awesome. Like it's a very hard hitting song even, and it's got kind of intense vibe to it as well, which I think is really good. Just again, Lil Marco, don't sleep on her. She really is interesting. She's funny, and it's what she's doing is great. Number 16. Speaking of Rico Nasty, we have Money featuring Flo Milli. Let me tell you what, Rico Nasty I always loved. I really do. I wasn't a huge fan of most of her singles this year though. I thought they were pretty good. Her features were just out of this world. But this track with Flo Milli, man. Wow. You want to talk about fun? This is fun. This right here is fun. Like the beat on this thing is so good. I love how it has the guitars in it, which fit Rico Nasty so well. Flo Milli's verse on this is kick ass. Rico is kick ass on this. The hook to this song is so catchy, so energetic, so fun. I mean, you cannot go wrong with the song whatsoever. I love it. I am just excited this song happened. And I just hope that Rico Nasty just keeps killing it. Honestly, she's been absolutely just annihilating it. And this song really is just another example of that. Number 15, though, we have this song here, which this song, I don't know why, it stuck to me like glue and never let go the entire year. Bauer featuring Omega Sapien with Dodok Boki. All right, let me tell you what. This song is such a great banger. All right. First, you have a very cool beat to it. Unique sounding. It's got a different kind of styling of beat to it. Not your traditional rap beat, but still very catchy, very smooth, very groovy. The bass hits when they hit pretty hard. Um, Everybody sounds so confident on this track. They're just so confident rapping on this thing. They sound smooth as butter. They're just unbelievable on this thing. I love what they do on this track. It is actually phenomenal what they do on this track. It's such an enjoyable song because of that. And I kind of wish I looked more into what these guys do, but I really didn't. But I'm going to have to hear at some point because this one song kind of blew my balls off, honestly. I was just not expecting a song named Duduk Boki to be this good, to be honest with you. But now, 14, we have Turnstile. Man, oh man, did these guys come out in a big way this year. And my favorite song by far, not by far, but it is my favorite song from them, is Holiday for sure. Yeah, this thing is great. Uh, Very hard hitting riff, great chorus, very or I almost want to say very violent verses, but not very violent. Just very fast paced verses. The breakdown of the chorus is really good. The breakdown to the bridge is awesome too. But just the performances are so goddamn tight. Like the guitar and the bass just complement themselves so well on the song. Like the riffs just feel like they're shredding through you because of just how like watertight it all is. I love it. It's just so damn good. It goes by pretty quick. It's 2.5 minutes. You can't go wrong with that. Next track, number 13 is Tyler the Creator. Of course, he was gonna be on here. He was just too good not to have on here. I don't have the song name up on here. That's a mistake I did not realize about. I was kind of hurrying through this earlier today. But Tyler the Creator here with Lil Uzi Vert, Pharrell Williams, Juggernaut. Yes, yes, yes. Juggernaut was just such an unbelievable track. That Tyler verse, just the beginning, just sealed the deal. Absolutely sealed the deal. The beat was phenomenal on it too. Couldn't go wrong with it. Lil Uzi Vert has probably my favorite verse I've ever heard him do. Period. And Pharrell Williams just great. He's got some funny ass lines on it. Like Pharrell really, he really can make some good verses once in a while, and he showed it here. All right, number 12, Little Texas Man. Little Texas bringing hardcore EDM to the extreme, and man, oh man, does he ever with this track louder. So good. Easily my favorite Little Texas song, without question of a doubt. He knocked it out of the park with this song, with just the absolutely just brain melting and just blasting bass hits. And just the intensity of the freaking drops are just unbelievable. And you can't go wrong. You really can't. Little Texas is awesome. I love him. I just hope he does more stuff like this in the future. I really do. Number 11, Shy Girl, Slow Tie, BD. Oh, sorry. BDE, otherwise known as Big Dick Energy. Absolutely. This song is so damn good. The beat on this thing is absolutely banging. Shy Girl's vocals on this thing sound out of this world with this cool, like, almost like electronic filter that's on her voice. Just makes her sound like a one of those sexy robots you'd see in a video game of some sort. One of those kind of deals, just where her voice sounds like. Slow Tie's verse on this thing is almost violently sexual. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, it's just very fitting with what's going on. They killed it. This song just song slaps, absolutely slaps, and I cannot get enough of it. It is probably my favorite Shy Girl song, if not like at least my second. But yeah, it's phenomenal. Great track by Shy. Number 10, though, we have this song. Now, this is a song that just never left me ever throughout the entire year. This came out pretty earlier in the year, too. North Lane Clockwork. I can't get enough of this song. There's really inherently nothing that special with it, but the synth work on this song is unbelievable. Whoever made that synth riff, I guess you'd call it, for this track just killed it. It sounds so amazing. And I'm so glad that it's a big part of the song all the way throughout. Especially the breakdown, the bridge. Oh my fucking god. It is so good. It just works so well. Even if the guitar riffs are pretty simple on this track, the simplicity mixed with those fucking that synth line is just amazing. It is unbelievable. The chorus is great on this track. I love it. Like, I'm not even a big North Lane fan or anything like that, but this song just grabbed me and held me the entire year and until this point. I love it. I sincerely cannot get enough of this track. Next one though, we have Black Midi. John L. Black Midi, man. They just yeah, they are probably one of the best rock bands out there right now. They had two albums now. Both of them have absolutely just kicked my ass. Like, they're a mix of jazz rock and experimental rock and hard rock and a progressive rock, and just all this together is just unbelievable. Um, the way they incorporate all these other interesting instruments and their sounds is great too. And I just love every second that this song is playing. And it seems like the song, whenever I'm listening to it, just goes on forever. And I find it amazing because I enjoy every part of the song, but I used to think this was like a 7 minute long song. The song, I think, is only just about four, maybe just hitting 5 minutes. That is it. I can't believe that. That kind of blows my fucking mind. I'm not gonna lie. But the performances are so good. I love the lyrics about how they're about a cult leader and all that stuff. It's just unbelievable. And it was just the first track on the record, but a great song by Black Midi. Absolutely killed it. I'm excited, to say the least, for what Black Midi has in store coming up here because they are kicking ass, and I'm happy, very happy. Number 8, though, Chevelle, Mars Simula. This song, man. Yeah, let me just say this. I'm a humongous Chevelle fan, honestly. Chevelle and Tool, I really can tell you, I have been mega fans of. And this song here, Mars Simula, just, it's phenomenal. Honestly, the riffs are heavy as hell for Chevelle, which Chevelle have been doing pretty well lately. They've been killing it with that. but Mars Simula just absolutely nailed it with the hook. Of the chorus of the song, very simple. Him screaming "On my way to Mars" while delivering that very, very sick guitar riff. And man, the outro of this song, excuse me, it's very heavy. Very heavy. It just absolutely just monstrous. That riff really is a monster, honestly. And I hope Chevelle continues on. I know they've been talking about this being the last record for quite a while, but I really, 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 really hope that they continue to go on because, again, this song is one of my favorite Chevelle songs. Period. It's devastating. I love it. They absolutely kicked ass. All about traveling to Mars and the problems with that. It's great. Number 7 though, Cemetery, Crucifixion. Yeah, I mean, Cemetery was one hell of a find for me this year. It took over my life, essentially. And this song is it's funny because I actually hated this song at first, but I listened to this thing more and I was just blown away by how unbelievable this thing was. If you don't know what Cemetery is a rapper, trap rap specifically, who also has black metal, alternative metal, um, noise music just put into it all together. And this is like Chief Keef style trap rap too. This is like old days trap when that was just coming out. That's just put into this noise filter and this metal filter and just holy shit. It is intense. The beat on this thing is so good. The insane amount of just booming 808 bass drums and all that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I love it. I can't get enough of it. It blows my mind in this day that this exists. And the entire record I listened to the hell out of. So yeah, that's number 7. Number 6 though. Backwash, Burned to Ashes. This song is just devastating in many different ways. The closing track to Backwash's last record, which I don't know why that's spelled that way. It's supposed to be an X in between K and W, and I know I had it there, so I don't know why that did not appear. So that's interesting. But this track, Burn to Ashes, man, it hits so hard. Lyrically, it's about depression, suicide, kind of going into detail with it with her own experiences. The beat is so unbelievably good. It's so intense. It's so grand. It's just so amazing. It's such a phenomenal closer to this record, which is a great record, by the way. Definitely check it out. I lie here buried in my with my rings and my dresses or something like that. My brain's gone. Anyways, it's a phenomenal way to end the album off. Again, the most intense moment on there. And I'm just excited for what Backwash has in store. Because she is doing some amazing stuff here. She really is creating some of the best rap music, some of the darkest rap horrorcore music out there. You gotta just check it out. But, number 5. We're in the top 5 now. I cannot believe it. Gojira. Born for One Thing. I mean, yeah. Right? Like, yeah. A Gojira song had to be on here, right? Come on. There really was 2 songs that could have been here. This one and Amazonia, right? Those 2 tracks, both phenomenal. I had to choose between the two, but Born for One Thing. Yeah, it takes the cake. It takes chocolate cake. It eats every bit of it, for sure. The riffs on it are phenomenal. The transitions in the different parts of the songs are really, really good. Um, the different, I guess, tempos throughout the song are pretty good too. The chorus is really good. The drumming is really good as well as always. Like I think I said again, the riffage is just so good. The riffs are just very, very, very just earwormy to me, and I just love everything this song does. It just packs so many punches, I should say, in really a short period of time for a metal song like this. It feels like this song could have been like 6.5 minutes long. I think it's only 4.5. It's such a great moment for Gojira. They killed it with this track. I really, really, really cannot wait to see what they do. Again, I mean, I know they've been around for a while, but I'm already excited for the next album rollout. So, as much as I love this song, though, this was not my favorite rock slash metal record of the year. Or not record, but track of the year. I guess record technically is right. It was close, but I had to give that award to Parquet Courts Walking at a Downtown Pace. I fell in love with this song. I really, really did when it first played in this channel, by the way. So I listened to on this channel, and I just could not believe how great the drum beat was, how great the bass sounded on this track, how well the vocals worked with the beat as well. Um, excuse me. It's just so incredibly addicting. Excuse me. It really is. Like when I'm walking down the street to get wherever I need, and this song comes on my AirPods, everything just feels right in the world. It really just does. Just something about the riff and the bass line, the drums together just sounds unbelievably phenomenal. Like it, I, I just honestly just am blown away by this track. Like I love Parquet Courts. Their last record I thought was very, very amazing. Those words really shouldn't go together. I should have said it was amazing because it really was. That song Wide Awake was just so good. But this song to me just takes the cake. I love this track so goddamn much. Really, really good stuff. Love it. But it did not crack the top three. Now the top three was hard to figure out which one was gonna be where. But I got it figured out. I'm pretty sure. Number three, I think again these three songs could be interchanged. But the number three spot here for my top 50 songs of the year, Jid with the track Skiji. I mean, this thing is kind of heartbreaking, to be honest with you, in a way. Like, Jid, for one, let's just say this the beat to the song is awesome. The soul samples put in throughout is great. The drum beat itself is pretty damn good. Jid is flowing very confidently, very well. And really though doing it and now giving a lot of like meaning to the lyrics on this song, especially talking about the Tuskegee experiments that happened back I think it was the 30s, maybe 40s, I'm not 100% sure when. Horrible trials done on African Americans, something that should have never happened, but it did unfortunately. And yeah, it was just not good. Very bad stuff. And Jed pretty much called it out and kind of made it like how it's kind of relative still to this day and how there's still repercussions from that. And it honestly, if you didn't have white guilt before, you probably would have to listen to this song a little bit. Cause it just there was a couple lines were just major gut punches and just like, yeah. Yeah, that's feel bad about that one. That one's rough. But in all honesty, it's a great song. Very meaningful. It's definitely worth checking out. Jid just killed it. And I'm very much looking forward to his next project, whenever that may be. Hopefully soon. Number two, though. It's really the top two I had the hardest time with, but I just kind of had to come down and say which one did I love more. The one I didn't love more, but I still think is an absolutely phenomenal song, Injury Reserve Knees. I mean, this song is probably gonna go down as maybe one of the best experimental hip hop songs of all time. I mean, I honestly think it will. Like, this is unbelievable what they did here. This jazz rocky mixture beat they're doing that's very abstract, kind of everywhere, but yet not at the same time is just perfect for it, really. The chorus, or the hook, I guess in this case, is incredibly sad, dude. It's so incredibly sad. I just really, it's just, like I said, it's very heartbreaking. Like the lyrics of it go, "My knees hurt when I grow, and that's a tough pill to swallow. Because I'm not getting taller. Please, is there any way that I can grow, please?" And I'm just like, fuck, man. that is just so unbelievably heartbreaking. And like, and I don't know if I have to really explain why. That's just absolutely intense. And then it really gets sad and depressing when Steppa J. Groggs comes on, which of course he unfortunately passed away late early last year, I think it was, or it was like middle last year, something like that. Maybe it was, or was it earlier this year? I can't. This past year or two is just all jumbled up to me. But anyways, yeah. Rest in peace to him. That man was something else. He was a phenomenal rapper, and it just sucked to see him go so early, especially. It just sucked to see anybody go ever. And it just sucked to see him die. And the thing of it is, I think it really makes it sad is that he talks about like doing drugs, like taking pills and drinking a lot more than he should, and how he wants to stop, but like he knows he's not going to at the same time. And they never did say why he died, but I feel like almost this song here being the first single from this record too that Injury Reserve made, I feel like it kind of shows exactly what may have happened, and it's just unbelievably depressing. I love this track. I wish that Steppa J. Groggs was still with us though, so that it wouldn't have had the impact that has on me as a pretty big Injury Reserve fan too. So yeah, it's rough. I mean, the song would have been amazing still if he was alive, but just the fact that he is gone and that's what the lyrics are. Oh, it honestly does make me pretty damn sad. Amazing song, that's for sure though. Just got a notification from something here. Iris Gosens underscore SC has followed. Thank you so much for the follow, man. But yeah, Injury Reserve Knees, absolutely saddening track. But amazing at the same time. It, like I said, it will probably go down as one of the best experimental hip hop tracks of all time. At least from my perspective, as a person who's not really into that type of experimental hip hop, this just blew me away. So, yeah. Let's see. Followed you with my band's channel before. What band is that? Are you talking about? Oh, Spoil Engine? Is that who you're talking about? Or is this? Yeah, because it's SE at the end. Yeah, look at that. Iris Ghostins. Look at that. I'm assuming that's what that means. Soul Engine at the end. Look at that. What's up? Nice to see you. I hope you're having a good one. That's awesome. I was kind of wondering. I haven't heard from from Soul Engine and Ben. Like, well, it was good for a while. Look at that. That's cool. Hope you've been doing well for sure. That's number two. But number one, all right, this next song here, my favorite song of the year. Keep in mind, this song is not only my favorite song of this year, it will probably be my favorite song of the decade when it comes all the way down. Of course, I remembered. Listen, I remember bands that and artists that come to my channel that show support. Always will. The amount of just times I've talked with you and you talked with some of my uh other chatters in chat too. Yeah, I don't forget stuff like that. I remember stuff like that, but forget other very important stuff in my life. But hey, it is what it is. Hope things are going well. But yeah. Oh, this new song. Yesterday opened a new studio in LA. Maybe after this I'll check it out real quick. Although I do have to do something else here. Plus go to bed, good time. But I have to make sure to check it out. But anyways, this number one spot. This is a song that when I heard it, it actually blew me away beyond my wildest dreams. I honestly didn't even know what to think. I didn't know what to say. All I knew is that I felt like I was just dust on the ground. I felt like I was absolutely just annihilated mentally into the dirt below me. And physically too, honestly. Um I knew this person when they released their first singles for the record was going to release something amazing. I didn't expect the first track off their new record to have been as amazing as it was. So, number one spot for this year and probably the decade, unless something else amazing comes up, excuse me, is Lingua Ignota with the track The Order of Spiritual Virgins. 100%. I cannot describe to you how much I love this song, how at the same time terrified of this song, how unbelievably intense this song is, how beautifully structured this thing is. I don't know if I have enough time, like, in my life to tell you how amazing this song truly is, because this thing is kind of unbelievable. Lingua Ignota with this entire album, by the way, this album is unbelievable as well. It's easily one of the best records I've heard in my entire life. Period. I can't get enough of the damn thing. But this song here is a 9-minute monster of a track. It's got it's got pretty intense lyricism throughout, but just starts off with these kind of like, I don't want to say dark synths going on, but just they're a little bit darker than usual, and there's some nice light piano playing going on. Then her vocals start coming in, her chorus like vocals coming in, with the very like almost like evil sounding bass vocals coming in, then like the tenor and the soprano and like that stuff kind of coming in as well, saying hide your children, hide your husband, and all these other things. I am the ocean, and all that stuff. Very intense lyricism, but it's also presented in this oddly beautiful way. Like it's intense, but it's also very beautiful, and it gets very beautiful and it gets very soft, very emotional and stuff like that. And right as you just let your guard down, as you're just kind of like immense with the beauty of the song, she just absolutely pile drives you into the fucking dirt. She just comes in with these insanely heavy piano chords that it legitimately sounds like she's taking her fist and just punching it into the keys as hard as she can. And because she's so amazing at producing the music herself too, these hits of the piano are just so bombastic, loud, intense, to the point where it completely just shatters the acoustics of the atmosphere you're listening to. And it's just this, all of a sudden now you're just like chilled. When I first heard this song and that first just piano hit just came in like this, I fucking almost fell out of my fucking chair because it kind of scared the shit out of me. Because I listen at a pretty decently high volume for my stuff if I'm trying to like give it good listens and stuff like that. I fucking almost just got launched out of my chair from it. And just how all the little like added like sound effects and stuff just make it sound like everything's just like coming unglued, which I guess kind of makes sense because from when you listen to this album, you kind of feel like you're in the POV of a woman who is struggling with her life as being a Christian. She's very much so just having a hard time dealing with the fact dealing with her Christianity because she's been so deeply involved with it. And you kind of feel like she's more obsessed now with the fear side of it and not so much the loving side of it, which you really are supposed to be more in the loving and not so much the hating side of it. Yet here we are, and these hitting pianos just keep on coming too. They don't stop. Just when you kind of relax a little, also you just one more time just punching you straight into the ground as her vocals again just come back. It's kind of operatic. It's all this stuff. It's unbelievable what she does on this song. and just her vocals then will come again, once again, just keep coming back to a point where they reach their highest yet, to a point where her voice actually kind of cracks a little bit, and then again, just still the pounding piano just coming back. It's unbelievable. This it's just such an intense opening track to a record. And then when it finally ends, it ends off with this monologue of this guy talking about the silence, the sound of the silence, which you can hear in the silence, which he ends up referring to his mother, how she used to sing this hymn, and then he repeated the hymn. It's a very kind of surreal moment at the end of the record. Very, very surreal. Very almost dark. Well, it's dark. A very dark way to end the song. It's just a amazingly perfect way to end this track. This track here is unbelievable. This track blows me away. This song is in my head all the time. This song is without a doubt one of my favorite songs I've ever heard. It is without a doubt my favorite Lingua Ignota song. It is my top song of 2021, and I am still just blown away by how amazing this song is. I honestly still have a hard time putting into words how I feel about this song, because it's just such an amazing experience that I really seriously cannot like say enough of how amazing it is. So, Lingua Ignota, the Order of Spiritual Virgins, takes the number one spot here today. It's just so amazing. And listen, I won't be streaming again. I might stream some games later tonight, but I really won't be streaming until sometime next year, so a couple days from now. I hope you all have a good one. I do plan on posting this to YouTube. Thank you, artists, for coming out from your band Soul Engine. I hope everything's good there. And I really hope you all have a good